Hello everybody, my name's Pickin.
And I'm Fleckin.
And we're reporting live from CNN, your Cell News Network.
As you know, it's time for the 2017 organelle elections, and the competition is heating up fast.
Being an unbiased news source, we from CNN would like to give every organelle their equal coverage during this campaign.
We all know that's a load of feculence, so without further ado, we would like to encourage you to
Vote
vote
Cytoskeleton
Cytoskeleton 2017.
Although the cytoskeleton may not be the most widely known or talked about organelle, it is definitely the most important.
The cytoskeleton gives mechanical support to the cell and maintains the shape and position of organelles. In fact, you could say that the cell would be gelatin without the cytoskeleton.
Not only does it support the cell, it also provides for cell motility, controlling and facilitating the movement of both cells and organelles.
At this point, you're probably thinking, wow, it sure has my vote. Oh, but hold on to your hats, folks, because it gets better.
The cytoskeleton does all this with the help of 3 protein fibers: microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate filaments.
Now over to our consulting biologist.
Thanks, guys. Microfilaments are monomers of actin that are constructed in a structure that resembles a double helix. This one protein fiber is responsible for a number of important roles in the cell. They serve as tracks for movement of motor proteins called myosin, which can also form filaments. Actin is involved in many cellular events requiring motion. Actin may also act as a highway inside the cell for transport of cargoes, including protein-containing vesicles and even other organelles. Actin filaments can assemble and disassemble quickly, so they play an important role in cell motility, such as the crawling of a white blood cell in your immune system. Pretty important, right? Intermediate filaments' job is more permanent and plays a prominent structural role in the cell. They are specialized to bear tension, and their job includes anchoring the nucleus and other organelles in place. Microtubules are made up of tubulodenta proteins arranged to form hollow, straw-like tubes. They can grow and shrink quickly by the addition of removal of tubulin proteins. Microtubules play an important structural role, helping the cell resist compression forces. With all this, I know you're all convinced that you should vote cytoskeleton 2017 and not the other organelles. Back to you guys.
Breaking news! While we were away, Pickin and I received shocking news from deep in the cytosol.
It appears that several of the organelle candidates are being placed under investigation for a variety of nefarious crimes.
Now over to our on-site reporter for more.
Let's start with the mitochondria, whose only responsibility is to make energy. What are you going to do with all that energy if there are no tracks to move things along, or nothing to hold the mitochondria in the right place for increased efficiency? Many organisms don't even need the mitochondria to survive, as they function just as well through anaerobic respirations. Not to mention the endless diseases associated with the malfunction of the mitochondria. Should we go there? Pearson syndrome, diabetes, deafness, mitochondrial apathy, and in some cases, even. Now let's talk about the cell membrane. The cell membrane is nothing without the cytoskeleton to give it support. Proteins from the cytoskeleton act as linker proteins in the plasma membrane that have functions in signal transduction pathways. These functions have profound effects on cell behavior during development, so without the support of the cytoskeleton, signals would not be passed along to surrounding cells and thus render the cell useless. The cell membrane is responsible for horrible diseases such as cystic fibrosis, which leads to death, ultimately, and cholera. Next, we have the Golgi apparatus, responsible for shipping and packaging proteins within a cell. But how would the proteins be able to get there if there is no cytoskeleton to transport them? And once they are packaged, what would then direct them to the correct place without the cytoskeleton? Beats me. Last and definitely least, we're going to talk about the nucleus, without the 4. We've heard that there have been some malfunctions in genetic disorder ever. Now, that threatens the whole homeostasis of the cell. I mean, since the nucleus messes up just once, we're most likely going to have some serious problems. Possible death, too, I might add. Well, I think I've said enough, so I'm going to head back to you, Pickin and Flickin. Awesome names. Have a good day, guys.
We just received a few comments from the cytoskeleton itself.
That's right. It promised that if elected, it will support these mischievous organelles rather than follow through with their punishment.
Wow, without the cytoskeleton, all these other organelles really be sunken into the cytosol.
That's darn tootin'. Well, that's all we got today, but remember to support the cytoskeleton with your vote because it supports you.
Thanks for tuning in to CNN. I'm Pickin'.
And I'm Flickin'. We out.
We out.